Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat, sa ating lahat. Muli tayo ay mag-prayer meeting at bago po natin pakinggan at namnamin ang salita ng ating Panginoon na ibabahagi sa ating, umawi po muna tayo ng isang awitin ng papuri sa ating Panginoon. Papurihan po natin ang kanyang pangalan, itaas natin ang kanyang pangalan, and amidst of this pandemic na nararanasan natin, siya nga lang talaga yung ating maitaas at mapupurihan ngayong gabi na ito. Hallelujah, Jesus. Yes, so God, we worship you, O Lord. Jesus. If my heart has grown cold, then your love will unfold. As you open my eyes to the work of your hand, when I'm blind to my way, there your spirit will pray. As you open my eyes to the work of your hand, as you open my oceans will part, nations come at the whisper of your call. Hope will rise, glory shone in my life. Your will be done. Suffering may pass, Lord, your mercy will last. As you open my eyes to the work of your hand, then my heart will find grace. I'll delight in your way. As you open my eyes to the work of your hand, as you open my eyes to the work of your hand, oceans will part, nations come at the whisper of your call. Hope will rise, glory shone in my life. Your will be done. Oceans will part, nations come at the whisper of your call. Hope will rise, glory shone in my life. Your will be done. So God, in my life, your will be done, O Lord. Yes, Jesus. Oh, hallelujah, we worship you, O God. As we open our eyes to the work of your hand, as you open my eyes to the work of your hand, Jesus, open my eyes to the work of your hand. Oceans will part, nations come at the whisper of your call. Hope will rise, glory shone in my life. Your will be done. Oceans will part, nations come
po mapagpalang araw para sa ating lahat. Tayo po ngayon ay darako sa pag-aaral ng salita ng Diyos. Samahan niyo po ako sa pagbasa ng kanyang mga salita na matatagpuan sa Aklat ng mga Awit, Kabanata 27 mula talatang 1 hanggang 6. Sabi po rito, sabi ni Haring David, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When evil men advance against me to devour my flesh, when my enemies and foes attack me, they will stumble and fall. Though an army besieges me, my heart will not fear. Though war break out against me, then will I be confident. One thing I ask of the Lord, this is what I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze upon the beauty of the Lord and to seek Him in His temple. For in the day of trouble, He will keep me safe in His dwelling. He will hide me in the shelter of His tabernacle and set me high upon the rock." And verse 6, "Then my head will be exalted above the enemy who surround me. At His tabernacle will I sacrifice a shout of joy. I will sing and make music to the Lord." Praise be to God. Ang Psalm 27 ay sinulat po ni Haring David. Psalm 27 is all about the help being offered by God for today and hope for the future. It is the unwavering confidence in God. It is our antidote for loneliness and fear. Sa ating pong pagsisimula, si John Wesley po wrote once in his life, on his journal, about a house visit he had made. Today he said, "I visited a very ill woman in bed. After having buried 7 of her family members for the last 6 months, her beloved husband was cast away at the sea." And John Wesley asked the woman, "Have you not been consumed of any of those things?" The woman said with a lovely smile upon her cheek, "Oh no, how can I be fed or consumed at anything which is the will of God? Let Him take all, and besides, He had given me Himself, and I love Him, and I will praise every moment." Mga kapatid, ako po naniniwala that only those who have faith in the Lord are able to face troubles in life with praise in their heart. Psalm 27, as I've said, is written by David. It's all about the help offered by God. Kaya po ang pag-aaralan natin ngayon, so oras na ito, it's all about how to praise on difficult days. Pinamagatan ko po yan, how to praise on difficult days. There are many chapters in the book of Psalms that tell us on how King David have gone into many troubles or having passed his difficult days. He faced many battles in his life. He was pursued by King Saul. He fled from his own son, Absalom. He endured many battles against the Philistines, and he suffered greatly as a result of his own sin. Psalm 27 is one of those psalms that simply titled the Psalm of David. David wrote this psalm because he knew he was facing trouble with his enemies. But in spite of this, David had a great confidence in the Lord. He was able to praise the Lord. He was able to praise the Lord even in the midst of such difficulties. Kaya nga sabi niya sa verse 6, "And now shall mine head be lifted up above mine enemies round about me. Therefore, I will offer sacrifice of joy in His tabernacle. I will sing, I will sing praises unto the Lord." David was filled with praise, thanksgiving, and adoration for all God had done in his life. Now let us look how David responded to the trouble in life and how to have praise on difficult days. There are three main points that I'm going to bring to you, and David teaches us about how to deal with difficult days. Alam naman po natin na sa panahon natin ngayon tayo po ay dumadaan sa matinding mga hamon ng buhay. Kaya po sa mga pag-aaralan natin ngayon, hayaan po natin kung paano ba natin mapupuri ang Diyos sa kabila po ng ating mga nararanasan. Una-una po, number 1, seek the personality of God. Pangalawa, settle in the presence of God. At ang pangatlo, secure in the protections of God. Seek the personality of God. David was a man who walked with the Lord. Alam po natin yan. And he is described in the Bible as a man after God's own heart. The longer we know someone, the more we spend time with them, the more we will learn about the personality of one person. Likewise, the longer we walk with the Lord and the more time we spend with Him, the more we will learn about Him. And this is always a good thing. When we begin to recognize and understand the attributes of God, His personality, we will become more and more confident in His abilities. When we have confidence in the Lord, we will be able to trust Him even in the tough times of life. David declared the personality of God in verse 1, and he said, "The Lord is my light. The Lord is my salvation. The Lord is my strength." My light. Kahit po si David ay nasa gitna ng maraming kaguluhan, in the middle of many troubles, he was surrounded by many troubles. He knew that he was not in darkness because the Lord was his light. Ang Diyos po ang nagsisilbing kanyang liwanag. My salvation, kahit po nasa gitna siya ng kapahamakan o napapaligiran siya ng kanyang mga kaaway, he knew that the Lord was his salvation. Ang Diyos po ang kanyang kaligtasan. He trusted that God will deliver him from his enemies. David is confident because God had delivered him in the past. And he was confident that God would deliver him from his current situation. Gaya din po natin mga kapatid. Maraming panahon na tayo'y niligtas sa ating Panginoon. Marami na tayo pinagdaan ng mga pagsubok. Subalit ang Panginoon ay nanatiling tapat sa atin. At tayo'y maging kumpiyansa that God would deliver us from our current situation. David could trust God that would deliver him in his future. Kahit po ang kinabukasan ni David ay sinasaalang-alang niya sa ating Panginoon. Sabi po sa John 1:9, Jesus is the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh in the world. Ang ating pong Panginoong Hesus ay ang totoong liwanag na siyang nagbibigay ng liwanag sa bawat tao. Pangatlo, ang sabi ni David, "The Lord is my strength." Not only God is our light and salvation, He is the strength of our lives. Think about this for the moment, mga kapatid. David was known for being a great warrior. Si David po ay isang dakilang mandirigma. He not only killed the giant Goliath, but he had many noted victories against the Philistines. Beyond his personal skills, and abilities, David looked to the Lord as the strength of his life. Ako po naniniwala that this was the secret of David. Ito po ang sikreto ni David sa kanyang mga tagumpay, sa mga labanang kanyang kinaharap. And though he was skilled and strong, he trusted the Lord to secure victory. Listen to what David had said before when he killed Goliath. Sa 1 Samuel 17:45, sabi po ron, Then David said to the Philistine, Thou comest to me with sword and with a spear, and with a shield, but I come to thee in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defied. David faced what the most would call unbeatable odds. Siya po ay naharap sa isang kalaban na iniisip ng marami na napakahirap gapihin. Likewise, we are facing today the enemy that impossible to beat. Hindi po natin nakikita ang kaaway natin. Ito po ay isang epidemya na kumakalat hindi lang dito sa Pilipinas, kundi sa buong mundo. But David was victorious. He was victorious because he trusted God. Sa buhay po natin mga kapatid, magiging matagumpay din po tayo kung tayo magtitiwala sa ating Panginoon. We can also be victorious if we trust God because God provides victory for us. We would do well to look to the Lord to secure victory. Victory in the battle, any kind of battle, ano man pong pinagdadaanan natin, ano man pong kinakaharap natin. Don't look for another resources. Just trust God so we may not fail. Huwag po na tayong humanap pa ng anumang solusyon sa problema. Magtiwala lang tayo sa Diyos para hindi tayo bumagsak. Alam na alam po ni Haring David that God is far stronger than we are. Mas sigit pong malakas ang Diyos kaysa sa atin. And He is stronger than our enemies. Wala pong kayang hindi gapiin ang ating Panginoon. And the good thing is, God is on our side. Malugod po tayo mga kapatid, dahil ang Diyos ay kakampi natin. Sabi po sa Ephesians chapter 6 verse 10, My brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of His might. Magpakatatag tayo sa Panginoon at sa Kanyang kapangyarihan. David said, doon po sa verse 1, The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Sino pa ang katatakutan ko? His enemies, his circumstances, or anything. Hindi po yan ang katatakutan ni David. Because God is with him. COVID-19, economic stoppage, yung pong mga kababayan natin na nawalan ng trabaho, nagugutom, di alam kung saan kukuha, na ipambibili ng pagkain. Hindi po yung mga bagay na ito ang makakalikha ng takot sa atin. Dahil alam naman natin mga kapatid, tayo ay nananampalataya na ang Diyos ay kasama natin. The Lord was His light, salvation, shield, and strength. We can trust God for these very same reasons. If we can hold on to these truths, we can confidently face any trouble in this life. Kung panghahawakan po natin ang mga pangako na ito ng ating Panginoon, kung paniniwalaan natin itong mga katotohanan na ito, kaya po nating harapin anumang kaguluhan meron sa buhay na ito. Pangalawang bagay po on how to praise on difficult days. Secondly, settle in the presence of God. Ano po ang sabi sa verse 4? One thing have I desired of the Lord, that will I seek after. Sabi po ni King David, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord and to inquire at His temple. Napakagandang bagay po ang ginawang halimbawa ni Haring David, that he was not settled of what he had. He was not settled on what his past experience, past victories. David did not just live of past victories. He didn't just reflecting on what God has done for him. Hindi lang po nagsettle siya doon sa mga bagay na ginawa na ng Diyos sa kanya. He continued to seek the Lord. Nagpatuloy po siyang saliksikin ng ating Panginoon. He said, I will seek after the Lord, that I may dwell in His house all the days of my life. Kagaya rin po ng sinabi ni Apostle Paul, hindi niya inaakalang natapos na niya ang takbuhan, kundi siya po ay nagpapatuloy para maabot yung gantimpalang nakalaan para sa atin. Mga kapatid, tayo po ay magpatuloy. Alam ko na hindi tayo nakatitiyak kung ano pa ba yung mangyayari sa mga susunod na araw, sa mga susunod na linggo. Maaring magkaroon pa ng mga ibang kaganapan, mga announcement ng ating gobyerno. Pero in spite of that, sabi nga ni Haring David, magpatuloy tayong saliksikin ang presensya ng ating Panginoon. As a result of past experiences, sabi po ni Haring David, David knew just how sweet it was to fellowship with God. Alam na alam po ni Haring David na napakasarap makasama ng Diyos. Ganun din po sa buhay natin. Alam na alam natin at naranasan na natin kung gaano kasarap ang nasa presensya ng ating Panginoon. Hindi man po tayo nagkakasama-sama sa fellowship personally, but we can always run to God in times of troubles. Pwede po natin takbuhan ang ating Panginoon. It is comforting to know that He will protect us. However, we don't have to wait until the world is falling apart. Hindi na po natin kailangang hintayin pang magkagulo ang lahat. Just like now, dahil po sa nararanasan natin because of this pandemic. In fact, we should have the desire to seek God and settle in His presence all the days of our lives. Sabi po ron, all the days of our lives. Meaning to say, araw-araw, wala pong palya. Hanapin natin ang presensya ng ating Panginoon. Like just what King David had done. Verse 4 indicate the desire of David to live in tabernacle, to be surrounded by God's presence daily, to behold the beauty of the Lord. To behold the beauty of the Lord, not the beauty of the temple. Even though David had a wonderful relationship with God, he wanted to know more about Him. Because in the presence of the Lord, his requests will be made known to Him. Papaano po ba natin maipapaalam sa Diyos yung mga gusto natin, yung mga kahilingan natin sa buhay kung tayo malayo sa Kanya, kung tayo wala sa Kanyang presensya? When we seek the personality, when we settle in His presence, we will then be able, sa pangatlong puntos po, to be secure in the protection of God. Sabi po sa verse 6, For in times of trouble, He shall hide me in His pavilion, in the secret of His tabernacle. shall he hide me. He shall set me upon the rock. Verse 6, and now shall mine head be lifted up above mine enemies round about me. Dito po, David revealed one of many blessings of seeking God with all our hearts. Pinakita po dito ni Haring David yung mga maraming pagpapala kung sinasaliksik natin ang Diyos ng buong puso. He confidently states that in the midst of trouble, God would hide him. Yayakapin siya ng Panginoon sa kanyang mga pakpak. Gaya rin po natin, kung tayo nakakaranas ng matinding suliranin, ng matinding pag-iisip, ano na ba ang mangyayari sa kinabukasan? Just trust God. God will hide us under His wings. There's no indication in the Bible that God would exempt His children from trouble in this life. Wala pong indikasyon sa Biblia na nagsasabi na ang kanyang mga mananampalataya o kanyang mga anak ay hindi makakaranas ng mga kaguluhan sa buhay. But when we walk with God, we can trust Him to protect us, to deliver us from all these troubles. In Him, we find comfort and rest in the worst of time. Sa Kanya lamang po tayo makakaranas ng kaginhawahan, makakaranas ng kapayapaan. Sa Kanya lamang po. Alam niyo po, kung ang pagtitiwala natin ay nandito lang sa mundo na to, mabibigo po tayo. Kinakailangan para mapuri natin ang Panginoon sa mga panahon na napakahirap magpuri. Tandaan po natin yung mga bagay na ito na sinabi ni Haring David. Na ginawang halimbawa ni Haring David, seek the personality of God, to settle in His presence, and to be secure in His protection. In times of trouble, He is our refuge. When it is dark, sabi ni Haring David, He is our light. When we are weak, He is our strength. When we are pursued by the enemy, He is our refuge. There is much hope to be found in this psalm. Marami pa pong uri ng pag-asa na matatagpuan natin sa awit 27. As children of God, we can claim these promises. Maaari na po nating ariin yung pangako na ito ng ating Panginoon. Ariin na sa mga panahon na tayo naguguluhan, sa mga panahon na lalo ngayon, napakahirap ng buhay, hindi ka makalabas ng iyong tahanan, hindi ka makapunta sa gusto mong puntahan, panghawakan lang po natin yung pangako na ito ng ating Panginoon. At magtiwala tayo sa Kanya na wala po imposible sa Diyos. God is the God of the impossibility. Kagaya po ng sinabi ng Panginoon kay Joshua, huwag kang panghinaan ng loob, magpakatatag ka, dahil kung si Yahweh na iyong Diyos ay sa iyo saan ka man pumunta. Kapatid, saan ka man naroroon, ano man ang iyong kalagayan, tiwala ka sa Diyos na hindi ka niya iiwan at nandiyan siya sa iyong tabi, saan ka man pumunta, ano man ang iyong ginagawa. Sa ating pong pagwawakas, gusto pong iwan sa inyo mga bagay na ito. David set an example that we can praise God even in difficult times. He said, seek the Lord, have confidence, and claim their promises, and experience the blessings. Hanapin po natin ang ating Diyos, magkaroon tayo ng kumpiyansa sa Kanya, ariin natin mga pangako ng Diyos, at maranasan po natin yung mga pagpapala na nanggagaling sa ating Panginoon. We can and we should praise our God even when we are in the middle of the storms of life. We can do these things if we seek the personality of God, if we settle in the presence of God, and be secure in the protections of God. Pangako po ng Panginoon sa atin bilang mga mananampalataya, yung pag-iingat niya, yung kapayapaan na hinahangad natin, yung mga bagay na gusto nating makamtan, yung comfort, and even blessings after blessings, kaya po ibigay sa atin ng Panginoon yan. Patuloy lamang po tayong magtiwala sa Kanya. Mga kapatid, sa oras na ito, gusto ko po mag-alay ng panalangin para sa ating lahat, para sa mga anak ng Diyos na hindi nagsasawang magtiwala sa Kanya. Hilingin po natin sa Panginoon na ano man po mangyari sa atin, sa sitwasyon natin ngayon, let us put our God in control. Hayaan natin na ang ating Panginoon ang patuloy na kumontrol sa lahat ng bagay. Hindi po lingid sa Panginoon yung mga nangyayari sa kapaligiran natin ngayon. Hindi po lingid sa Kanya na kahit sa papaanong paraan, kahit tayong mga mananampalataya, ay marami pa rin bagay na sumisiksik sa ating mga isip, mga negatibong bagay, pero alam na alam ng Diyos ang pinagdadaanan natin. Saglit po tayong manalangin. Panginoon, sa oras mong ito, kami po ay lumalapit sa iyong trono. Panginoon, higit sa lahat, ikaw po ang nakakaalam ng aming sitwasyon. Tunay ng o Diyos na wala naman po kami ibang malalapitan, kundi ikaw lamang. Kagaya po ni Haring David, sa panahon po ng kanyang kaguluhan sa buhay, sa panahon po na siya'y nag-aalala dahil napakarami niyang kaaway, Panginoon, ikaw lang po ang kanyang nilapitan. At ang sabi niya, the Lord is my light, my salvation, my shield, and my strength. Sana po, Panginoon, yun din po yung maging desire namin, O Diyos. Yung desire namin na ikaw lamang ang aming liwanag, kaligtasan at lakas. At yung desire, Panginoon, na to settle in your presence all the days of our life. Panginoon, patuloy niyo pong hipuin ang bawat mananampalataya, ang bawat Kristiyano na nagtitiwala sa iyo. Comfort them, O God. Give them peace. And provide them, Panginoon, basic necessities. Ito niya, O Diyos, na alam ko na wala pong Kristiyano, walang anak mo ang mapapahamak sa panahong ito, sapagkat kami nagtitiwala sa iyo. Umagsak man po ang lahat ng nasa aming paligid, Panginoon, patuloy mo po kaming iingatan at patuloy mo po kaming poproteksyonan dahil ikaw ang Diyos na may likha ng lahat ng bagay at ikaw ang Diyos na nagsimula at wawakas sa aming pananampalataya. Salamat po ng maraming Panginoon. Sa iyo po ang lahat ng papurit, parangal, kalwalhatian at pagpapasalamat sa pangalan ng aming Panginoong Hesus na si Jesucristo. Amen and amen.